Hi, I would like to respond to your video. Um, it's obvious that we have lots of disagreements, but if you bear with me, I would like to present some mathematical basis for my disagreement. Um, so hopefully you've got some amount of trust in mathematics, and at least we'll be able to understand what I'm presenting. You can disagree with it, but I would like to present the mathematical aspect of it. First of all, you talk about the free market. The free market is a kind of evolutionary system. In fact, Darwin got lots of his ideas about natural selection from economics. Economics came before the theory of evolution. Evolution is a lot more daring and encompassing a whole lot more than just the transfer of money. But economics came before evolution as far as theories go, and they're very, very similar. In the theory of evolution in economics, there is something called a local maximum. Now, a local maximum is a point on the fitness map where it is impossible for any improvement. Any direction you go is negative in terms of fitness, and it's a trap. Evolutionary systems get trapped in local maximums. It's something that just happens. So what's happened with fossil fuels, for example, is a local maximum where fossil fuels and petroleum have been so finely tuned and so finely adapted that it's impossible for us to go in any other direction without going negative, without it being more expensive. Everything has been so fine-tuned, from automobiles to gas pumps to oil companies to refineries to everything else, shipping of oil. Everything has been finely tuned so that it's very difficult for an alternative energy source to come in and be more cost-effective. It's a local maximum. It really is. So thinking that the free market is just going to solve this automatically is just mistaken. Okay, it's not going to happen by itself. It requires some force to push us out of the local maximum somehow. Okay, so anyways, another thing for recycling is when we put stuff in the ground, there are certain toxins that can leach into the ground, and there's a certain amount of correction time. So if we put lots of toxins into the ground and they leach into the ground, how long does it take for that damage to be undone? So we could be providing these short-term solutions to our problems that have very long-term lasting effects in terms of toxicity, in terms of how it affects us in the future. It's also the very clear distinction that we can destroy our environment much faster than it can turn around and destroy us. And that's there's been numerous books. There's a very good book by Jared Diamond. Let me grab it. Called Collapse. Okay, it's a good book. I recommend it. I just happened to see it on the bookshelf. It came to mind, and there it was. It's a very good book that discusses how certain civilizations have destroyed their environment and have collapsed as a result. It is far easier for us to destroy our environment, and there's a time lag. It will take time for it to turn around and destroy us, but it surely will. Okay, so we can't count on the market to correct things in time. There's a time thing. It's also a very interesting point that the market is considered to be stable when prices are stable and things get finely tuned. But until we've got full recycling in everything, we should realize that the economy is not flying, it's in free fall. That is, it will continue to work until we run out of resources. I mean, you could say that about fossil fuels, that we reach peak oil or something. When the oil runs out, that's it. Okay, we have to find something else, and if we're not prepared for that, the results are going to be quite catastrophic. So there's the idea that we're not really flying as an economy. We're in free fall while we're consuming resources that are not renewable. That perhaps we don't see the ground coming up, but it is, and eventually it's going to meet us. All right. So I guess in conclusion, what I'd like to say is that the whole question of recycling is very difficult. I don't think it's appropriate to recycle blindly. I think it's very important for us to consider how we contain our trash so that it doesn't poison the environment. In the meantime, okay, I would say that renewable energy sources are key to our long-term survival. If we get renewable energy sources, a lot of the other problems just become solvable, okay? Because the cost is the energy it takes to process it, okay? So if we can solve our energy problems, we can solve our recycling problems too, all right? Well, in the meantime, we have to be careful that we don't create damage that we can't later undo. And we have to realize that we're trapped in local maximums and that the market is not going to solve all our problems for us. Okay, we can't rely on that because the market, being evolutionary, will wait until something cataclysmic happens to push us out of the local maximum. And it's not something I would be in favor of waiting for. Okay, so anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.